Thank you very much. Good morning. It is an honor to stand here in front of you because if you're a member of MDRT, it means you're the best at what you do. And if you're thinking about joining MDRT, it means you want to be the best. And I'm always honored to stand in front of the best. Now, I'm a futurist, and people always come up to me and they say, so what does that mean? Or, you're the first futurist I've ever met. What I do is I am a catalyst to get people, the market, and the world to think about the future and then to facilitate a conversation about it. So today I want to take you on a journey to the future. So now we're going to look ahead. This is a phrase everybody in the room understands, the speed of change, innovation fatigue. But that wasn't always the case. 300 years ago, 400 years ago, if you lived on any continent in the world, speed of change was hardly recognizable. The only change you felt was seasonal, the planting season, the harvesting season. You probably only lived to the age of 45. You probably did exactly what your parents did. You probably lived in the same house your parents lived in. You probably married somebody you've known since the age of 3. That started to change with the industrial age, when things sped up, kind of a sequential through line through time of sequential inventions. The telegraph led to the telephone. So we're in the global stage of human evolution. Nobody in this room really used the word global 15 years ago. Maybe you traveled internationally or you had international business. Now, we're in the global stage of human evolution, and every single problem that we face together, humanity, has the word global in front of it. Global financial meltdown, global recession, global climate change, global scarcity of water, global overpopulation, global starvation. So we are in the global stage of human evolution, which means that we're all becoming global citizens. Now, nobody in this room, myself included, really thought of yourself as a global citizen 20 years ago. What this red line means is if I was calling this beautiful young lady in the front row here, she's about 25 feet away from me. If I were to call her on my cell phone, right, and I was calling her on her cell phone, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, your phone would ring, 5 seconds. If I wanted to call the United States, some 10,000 miles away, maybe another 4 seconds because of the relay of the satellite. So what this red line on this chart means is the difference between 25 feet and 10,000 miles is 4 seconds. So for the first time in human history, it can be said there is no time or distance limiting human communication. That's the world in which we live. That's the world in which you do business. There's no time or distance limiting human communication. Now, quick question to the room. If I was talking to her on my cell phone, I might say, hey, how you doing? And can you hear me okay? What would be the next thing I might ask? Anybody? Where are you? Exactly right. Where are you? In my case, what time zone are you in? So there is no time, distance, or place limiting human communication. It's a profound arena in which to do business. We're getting organized around all of us. The global economy, the macro. There is no bigger economic unit than all of us. At the same time, remember, you as individuals are more powerful than individuals have ever been, is this flow to the global. We're getting organized around each of us. It's all about my Facebook page. It's all about what I do. So we're getting organized around all of us and each of us, and there's no smaller economic unit than the individual. And both of these forces have been amplified by what I've been talking about, the accelerated electronic connectedness of the planet. Now, what this accelerated electronicness of the planet is doing, it's creating an alternative reality, and it's changing our consciousness. But the more high-tech we become, the more high-touch we need to be. That's why you can text your clients every day, but you want that face-to-face. Now, again, show of hands. Raise your hand if you've been in an Apple store. A lot of people, right? Okay. Now, just for those of you that haven't, for those of you that have, remember what happens. You walk into this kind of translucent temple to retailing, right? The light's coming from somewhere, you don't know where it is, right? What does the #1 high-tech company in the world make you do? Touch their products. So in 0110, January 1st, 2010, I named this decade, 2010 to 2020, the transformation decade. And it blew up on the blogosphere. It blew up on Twitter. I'd hit something there. When I went on Oprah.com, I write for Oprah.com, that was the first column they wanted because she's all about transformation. What is the definition of transformation? If you look it up, it's a change in nature, shape, character, and form. So what that means is that this is the decade when most of humanity and its institutions will be transformed. What does that mean for you? As people who run businesses, what are the leadership and management qualities you need to have for the next 10 years? Remember, transformation, a change in nature, shape, character, and form. It has become a morph corp, as in morphing. If you look up the definition of morphing, it's an active definition of transformation. The active state of changing one's nature, shape, character, and form. So you want to be a morph corp. Here's the global economy. That's when it changes. It's going to become much more integrative and cooperative. I don't need to produce this. You produce that. Here's what we do. I say to CEOs in the United States and the politicians, we should be in the United States the engine of innovation and the licenser of intellectual property. And each country represented here needs to figure out what your strong suit is, where you give the greatest value to the world and get it back in return. That's going to happen here. Consciousness, global consciousness, will define the shift age. Let me leave you with this quote. It's the quote that starts my book. It's the best quote about the future I have ever seen, and I'm a futurist and I'm always looking for quotes. We should try to be the parents of our future rather than the offspring of our past. You should try to be the parents of the future of your business rather than look at the past. So one more time, you should try to be the parents of your future rather than the offspring of the past. Thank you. Thank you very much.